Mastery had done a lot for it in 2009 and just, openly offered help and promotion and different things just because, that kind of stuff without even looking for necessarily reciprocation right away. That stuff does come back. And, a fabulous phone call happened this morning out of nowhere. Got an email and a phone call with, a potentially just incredible opportunity and deal in 2010, both for myself and Internet Business Mastery. And again, that just comes from having developed a relationship that we developed in 2009. Somebody we took the time to be in the right places to meet, help out in whatever way we could, and, coming back around again. So finding those relationships, mentors, masterminds, and strategic partners are absolutely going to be critical. You will not achieve your definite major purpose, your lifestyle design, or your fulfillment targets without those relationships in place.
Yeah, and actually, all of these that we've spoken about so far is all what we helped design in the Academy. We specifically even designed the mastermind community so that people could do that within the Internet Business Mastery Academy. I mean, these were so important to our lives that we wanted to make sure that we taught it and taught all the very specific aspects of it. And that's part of what created the Academy.
Absolutely. It's awesome to find the different relationships that form. And I'm always seeing people interact on Twitter and doing little business deals together. And I know that they met in the Academy, and you just want to beam when you see that. It's so great, and I know that, it's not like we could take credit for that per se, but, you put people in the right place and they meet each other. And then from there, from one little spark, bam, 5 years down the road, who knows what those different relationships that spawn out of the Academy might do. And whether we're aware of them or not, it's just great to know that the way we created that in order to facilitate those relationships may lead to some of those, those cool opportunities for the members of the Academy. But yeah, we definitely designed it with that whole mentorship and mastermind and partnering thing in mind, because we knew the importance that it had for us and our own development as entrepreneurs. All right, number 5 is the final one, I guess, kind of in a way ties these together, and that is be consistent. You're going to arrive at the lifestyle of your choice. You're going to arrive at your fulfillment factors, at your definite major purpose, by just consistently working towards them. And whether you have a 9-to-5 job right now and a family and are coaching soccer and all you can afford to do is spend 4 hours a week on your business, that's fine. Do that consistently, 4 hours a week, every week on your business, because that consistency of thinking about it often, not letting it go for a month and like, oh, now I got to come back and get up to speed again, but thinking about it week in and week out, doing a little something every day to move you towards those goals, that's what's going to get you there. And, it may sound cliche, but that's it. It's consistency. It's going to bat over and over and over and over again until you hit those home runs. And then when you hit a home run, you ride that as far as you can. You try to get as many runs in from that one, knocking it out of the park as you can. In fact, that's one of the things that George said to me last week. He said, look, like, you've had a couple home runs recently. Why are you going chasing something that could end up being a single or a double or even having to bunt it when you're knocking it out of the park right now? See how many runs you can get off of hitting that one ball out of the park. And you get there by being consistent. And so be consistent.
Absolutely. That is absolutely the glue between all of these, because, being up on what your definite major purpose is and being really consistent on taking actions for that. Same with the fulfillment targets, making sure you've got your lifestyle design and you're consistently striving towards it. And obviously, even in masterminds, being consistent about how often you guys meet, how often you take action together. All of this is very, very specific to being consistent. It's less about, again, I've used this before, I think, but the Hollywood example is they always talk about the person that just made it completely out of the blue. And Jim Carrey was always one that I used as an example, that he was kind of just completely out of the blue, came and became this huge star. And really, whenever they do that, most of the time, it's completely not true, because Jim Carrey had been doing stand-up and all these things for like 10 years. It took him to be an overnight success, is what he always said. It took me 10 years to be an overnight success. And I love that, because it was showing that, they're just trying to make a story out of it, but really it was his consistency in how much he dealt with comedy, how often he did it, and that he just kept doing it over and over again. The very consistent ways of doing it that made him an overnight success or made those home runs in our example possible was the training.
Absolutely. Eventually the grand slam came. So, and that has multiple meanings. It means being consistent as far as frequent and consistent working towards the things, but it also means acting in a consistent manner with the things that you've written down and decided in those earlier steps of the definite, going and deciding what your definite major purpose is different than actually acting in consistency with it. And that's why you got to look at it on a regular basis to go, okay, am I acting in consistency with what I decided for myself? Because if not, then what am I doing here? So, there's multiple meanings to that consistency, but so consistently acting in a consistent manner with your fulfillment targets, your lifestyle design and review, and your definite major purpose. But
consistently.
There you go. Those are the 5 things: review or define your definite major purpose. Go back over your lifestyle design. Set some fulfillment targets for 2010. What are some things that you'd really like to achieve? Maybe that's some specific numbers in your business. Maybe that's a new product. In 2008, it was launch our membership site, and that was the big achievement for us out of 2008. And that's led to great things. And in 2009, it was a bunch of strategic partnerships that we put together. It was the Platinum Group. And when we think back to the things, and we're very happy with what we achieved in 2009. And now in 2010, we have even bigger things, the fulfillment targets that we want to reach for Internet Business Mastery. So do that for yourself as well. And number 4, make sure you find the right relationships to help you with those. If you're brand new in your industry, well, find out, if there's an A and a B and a C and a D list and you're on the D list, we'll find out somebody on the C list that you can reach out to and help in some incredible way and just, add value everywhere you go. And eventually those relationships are going to pay off. Just help out, buy drinks, take people out to steak dinner, whatever you got to do, show up to conferences, build those relationships that will help you get those things that you want. And then number 5 is be consistent. Consistently work in a consistent manner for those things that you've defined for yourself. And if you follow those 5 things right there, you will have the best year ever in 2010. And I know we plan on doing that, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you should see what's coming. Oh, well, you will see.
That's right. So with that, I guess we'll move on to the announcements. All right, before we spill the beans on some of our new developments for 2010 for Internet Business Mastery. Wow, 2010, it's not just a new year, it is a new decade. Going into a new decade here. But we wanted to share a breakthrough with you, and then we're going to hint at some of the things that you can look forward to in 2010 for Internet Business Mastery. This comment comes in from Dave. He sent this email a little while after signing up for Product Launch Formula and our special Deal of the Year that we did recently. Once or twice a year, we promote Product Launch Formula, and then we have the incredible offer of, as a bonus, you get Lifetime in the Academy, and you get my podcasting course. So it's a killer deal. And this is what Dave had to say. He said, sitting at my computer, staring at the computer screen, my mouse cursor over the buy button for Product Launch Formula, I was sweating and questioning whether or not this was something I should do. And then I clicked. Feeling the warmth spread throughout my body, that adrenaline rush of excitement, I realized that I am committed to making my life the way I want it. I'm committed to creating something passionately. And I realized that at that moment, I was willing to try hard enough to fail.
Yeah.
Not try hard enough to have an idea that I never launched, not try hard enough just to read all of my course material and stop at the drawing board, but to actually create a business and launch it and do the work necessary to fail, the work necessary to learn.
Yeah.
It's a very good approach. I like that a lot. And he continues, I had been sitting on the fence wondering why I would pay $2,000 for an online course. And then I remembered I am a full-time online student. I'm finishing my bachelor's degree at CSU and I pay $2,000 for 8 weeks of courses that I can't even use. But for some reason, through social conditioning or something else, I had made the judgment that getting that piece of paper in 4 years was more valuable than an education that I could use to create the life of my dreams. Right now, not after I get the interview and climb some corporate ladder, but right now. Realizing that I'm committed and empowered to make my life how I choose to through my own effort. I don't know about you, but that breakthrough is probably the single greatest difference and contribution to me in my pursuit of excellence in business and in life that I will ever make. I can't wait to see what's next. Keep the faith, everyone, and try hard enough to fail. Try hard enough to make this experience worth your life. Man, that's good. Try hard enough to make this experience worth your life. Anyway,
awesome.
I got jazzed reading that. That is an
Yeah.
incredible email. Thank you, Dave, for sharing that breakthrough. I was just thrilled to bring that and read that on the